Now, this dance season, Skip have partnered with the Princess Project to encourage even more dress donations so that every Matric girl can have the dance of their dreams. But if the dress you'd like to part with isn't quite trendy enough to gift a teenage girl, don't be discouraged. The Princess Project are masters at making over old season styles into something new and fabulous. Joining us in the Loft to share their insights into upcycling fashion are designer Kobus Dippenaar and fashion consultant Alexis Chaffe Mey. Welcome.
Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
So, you have a very special dress, Kobus, from
Yes.
your archives that you are gifting to the Princess Project.
Great.
And we're about to see it. May we see it?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. And how does this feel for you to be part of this magic?
It's really wonderful to pay back something. I mean, my grandmother used to taught me what you give is what you're going to get. So I'm trying to give a certain amount during the year. And and then we hope that we'll get something back for that. But I mean, not monetary or anything like that. But it is really nice to work with nice dresses and nice people. And we hope we can help where we can.
And it's a gorgeous dress indeed. I mean, look at that. I can't believe this is from your archives. What is the story behind this dress?
This dress is actually upcycled already. It used to be a long dress from the 2007 collection.
Okay.
And after that, we upcycled it one more time, and it was for a celebrity in Johannesburg called Edith Venter, who's a good friend of mine. And so I made it longer and added a lot more flowers.
Yes.
And with this one, I decided to go much more younger and shorter. I believe a girl mustn't be too old before her time.
Yes,
It needs to be
There's
a kind
enough
of
time to be old.
There is enough time, yes. So I
More than enough time.
so that's what we did with this dress.
I absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous. And that red just pops. Alexis, we've heard upcycling being used when referring to furniture and other things, but suddenly it's going with fashion. What is fashion upcycling?
Well, fashion trends evolve in cycles. So eventually, as we know, everything will come back into style. But what you see with these recurring styles, that when they do come back, they're slightly different or they're refreshed. So because of this, upcycling fashion is becoming very popular because you can retain the essence of that key item or that must-have, but then you can just tweak it a little bit, just update it to make it a little bit more current. So you could, for instance, change the hem or change the sleeve completely or bring it in or take it out just to give it a fresh, more contemporary look.
Right, right. I hear you. Kobus, you have another dress that you are upcycling. It's also from your archives.
Yes.
And you're going to take us through what you've done to spruce it up. Right?
Yeah, no, I'm going to take you where I want to take it to.
Oh, you want to tell us where you want to take it?
Yes, so it's part of my 2014 collection. And it was a little bit, I would say, sexy and more for a mature lady. But what I would like to do in this case is I want to chop the skirt off.
Okay.
And want to add a primary color that matches the top.
Right.
Maybe add a cheeky slit and in a full circle in the bottom. And add a little bit of a belt. So make it kind of young, cheeky, and more...
The slit is everything these days.
Yes.
Wow, I want to see that dress when you're done with it.
Yes, so that's basically what we want to do with that one.
Now, because it's Matric Dance season, some girls can't afford a new dress, so they raid their cousins or their big sister's cupboard to see if they can find something. What advice do you have for them if they want to upcycle it and just switch it up a bit?
You know, I think,
look,
I mean, look, it's always best, I think, to go to an expert. So if you could go to Kobus, great.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, you don't always have access to a really expert person. But, you know, try and get some advice from someone that does kind of know what they're doing. But there are, like, a few little things that you can do to upcycle dresses yourself. You know, the one thing is that if you get a dress and you really don't like some of the applique or frills or ruffles that are on the dress, you can unpick them. You just need to be very, very careful that you don't unravel the seams of the dress. But if you see, like, on the red carpet, I mean, Kobus will say, like, a lot of the dresses now are quite modern, so you don't have to have all the frills and ruffles if you don't want them. It can be quite plain. Or if you've got a dress that is super basic, and maybe it's too basic for you, you want something a bit more glam, then you can add to it by beading the straps or beading a belt. You can even add a belt as an accessory. If you've got any kind of sewing skills, there's actually a great DIY where you add a piece of fabric to a belt, a longer piece of fabric than a shorter cocktail dress. You clip it around the middle, and then you've got this extra layer, so it's like a peplum look.
Yes.
That's a bit more dramatic, and that's something that's quite simple that you can do yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're really brave, you could even upcycle an old wedding dress. I strongly suggest consulting a professional.
I love white though, so that's something I would do.
Exactly, and white is on trend now, but not all fabrics will take to dye in the same way. So the color that's on the box may not be how it ends up, and you don't want to have like a sludgy dress. So do consult a professional if you're going to dye at home. But it is a great way to update a dress. And then of course it sounds so simple, but it really is. It's an obvious but great one. If you've upcycled a dress, just make sure that you really clean it well before you wear it.
Yes,
So give it a good wash with Skip liquid, wash it on the right temperature settings, and then it's clean and fresh and new for the dance.
And new, yes. And for girls watching right now, looking for ideas for their matric dance, what's big right now on the runway, fashion-wise and dress-wise?
Do you want to take that?
My opinion is that the styles on the runway at the moment for matric dancers is a little bit mature. I would definitely, from my point of view, they should just tone it down a bit. It is just too sexy for matric dance.
And
dresses.
have fun with it, exactly. So, you know, like there's so much time to be, you know, sexy and mature. You know, have fun with it. So like wear a pastel or something that's pretty, and you know, just like, you know, wear something that's also quite easy to wear on the night.
Yeah, glitz and glam, but it doesn't need to be so sexy. You've got lots of time to be a Beyonce in life, you know?
Exactly.
And also wear comfortable shoes.
Yes.
I wore the most uncomfortable shoes to my matric dance. And my dress had a slit all the way up to the top. Anyway, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Julie.
Thank you.
Make a matric girl's dream come true by passing on the magic and donating an evening dress you no longer wear to the Princess Project. Visit www.princessproject.co.za for more details on where you can donate, and follow the Skip campaign online on hashtag #PassOnTheMagic. After the break, we're taking a look at the unique fashion of Thabo Maketa Kwinana. We'll be right back.
Skip loves your clothes as much as you do.
How you doing, YouTube fam? Thank you so much for watching, sharing and commenting. We love hearing from you, so be sure to keep up to date with all things Afternoon Express by clicking the subscribe button right here.